This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Washington Commanders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and have to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
they'll start this drive out on the ground. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting... play, and that will bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now an option play on second down.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
It's 2nd and 8.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
17-0 our score after 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the slot man goes in motion left. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Sheds off the tackle down the left sideline. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back, but in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Hands it off out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 99 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of more.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shifts by him. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 144 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. That is caught by Williams for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jacorian Bennett has it, and they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. And now they're in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Here comes third down at 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chiefs are going to get him. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down to the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 38, Commanders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chiefs, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.